Praise Yahweh. The title of this video is GMS. Just because you know scripture and you're on the highways and byways does not make you men of the Most High. I'm making this video because the Torah says, do not be afraid to rebuke thy neighbor and suffer sin upon him. But there is a way that you do it. So I was having this discussion with some of the brothers from GMS. So Apostle Tahar, he made a video about Captain Tazariak, and in the comment board he was talking about, he had agreed that the microchip is the mark of the beast. I agree with that same thing. And I posed a question. I said, what kind of spirit do you have to rebuke the truth for men? I was speaking about Captain Tazariak. If it is true allegedly that he agreed that the mark of the beast was the microchip and changed that view because he joined ISUPK. So what happened is you have a lot of brothers that thought I was posing that question or being disrespectful to the brother Apostle Tahar. But I wasn't. And the reason why they don't know that is because they're quick to disrespect their own people. So you have saints of the Most High Birmingham. He says, Romans 16 and 17, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. Titus 1 and 13. This witness is true, wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith. You get your beard lined up, you don't go out on the highways and byways, so shut the F up. You're not on a level. Effing Yisrael. What the F is Yisrael? Get the F out of here, you bug out. Now, there's a way to rebuke thy neighbor. See, if you're still dealing with your people in the same niggerish manner you was doing before you came in the truth, to me, you're not a man of the Most High. And we're going to go through scriptures to prove exactly what I say. But we're going to keep going on. So you had this one brother, GMS Shahar Ahmad. I apologize if I'm slicing up the brother's name. But he posed a question to me. Didn't Jeremiah rebuke kings? Why is rebuke such a bad thing now? See, this brother posed a question like he got some sense. And I'll get to that down the line. So I replied to saints of the Most High Birmingham. What does Yisrael mean? Israel. I mean, I thought everybody was pretty much on the same level with that. From the Hebrew name Yisrael, meaning God contends. From the roots Sarah, meaning to contend, to fight. And or El, meaning God in the Old Testament. Israel, who was formerly named Jacob, see Genesis 32 and 28, wrestles with an angel. And then I responded, I was agreeing with the video. I meant, why would Tazariak allegedly let men cause him to rebuke the truth, which the microchip is the mark of the beast. I said, I know fake Israelites like you who come against everyone and anything as long as you can disrespect another brother. Your spirit is nothing but confrontational. My beard is lined up. You can see that. However, what the cartoon avatar you have, yada. So really, what happened was I engaged them. I took the bait. But I was never disrespectful in cursing them out. And that's the problem that people have with these camps. Is that at the first sign of disagreement, they want to disrespect you. They're mean-spirited and they curse towards you. And then they come back and they say, well, you're sensitive. But I'm going to show you what the scripture says about that. Because if I got to deal with somebody on a level, it's face-to-face. It's not on social media. So these brothers, not all of them, Salakia, they don't love their brother as thyself. They love their camp member as thyself. So we're going to move on here. So let me find it. We're going right along. So I'm going to get to the part. So here, Saints of the Most High Birmingham says, Yaakov Yudei Israel, you're on a low level using Yiddish get on a level, and that's a compliment because we are learning from the men of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh set up. See, these men think that everybody is beneath them because they're not in their camps. Unless you've been living under a rock, we have a division within the Israelite community. You have the camps, and you have people in this truth that's not in the camps. And you have brothers with large followings that many people listen to and respect that's not in the camps. So I said, you're the weak one with no nuts. A true Israelite is wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove. A keyboard gangster Hebrew talks tough online. That's low levelish. So as I was going with it in the comment section, I took the bait. At the same time, I never disrespect them by cursing at them. And we're going to actually get into that because I know where this comes from. I've been all over the world. That's that East Coast, New York, jive, slang talk that they feel that they're entitled to do and then say, well, you know, I'm from New York. See, that means you're still acting like the same so-called African American, so-called black, so-called Negro that you was before you came into the truth. So how can you be a man of the Lord? All right, moving right along. All right, let's go back here. So another brother jumped in the comment. GMS Tanzania 144. You're very emotional, brother. You can get an award for that. I went to his page and listened to him. I'm not going to get into it that much. Okay, and I said, all right, let's keep going here. And I responded to GMS Tanzania 144. I said, another cartoon avatar Israelite. An emotional brother is one who comes caping for another grown man. So I'm responding to the brother here who posed a question like he got some sense. And I responded to him like I got some sense. That's what it's about. Because we're dealing with our people on a different level of decorum. It's not a bad thing. The mark of the beast is the microchip. So I don't know why he would agree with that in the past, basically what I'm saying. Meaning Captain Tazariak, allegedly. Then change it just because he joined a camp that didn't agree with that. Basically, that's what that statement means. So what I'm doing is I'm engaging the brother like I have some sense. I'm not cursing at him. I'm not disrespecting him. I'm not mean-spirited towards him. Mean-spirited. And then they say, well, you're sensitive. Okay. Like I said, I keep that same energy if I have to for people I meet face to face. So we're going to get into some scriptures. Okay. So Psalms 34 and 13. Keep thy tongue from evil and thy lips from speaking guile. Keep thy tongue from evil and thy lips from speaking guile. Are you doing that at the first sign of disagreement? You're cussing out your own people. See, this is a leadership issue that comes all the way from the top to the bottom. I like Apostle Tahar, but he does the same thing dealing with other Israelites he disagree with. He start cursing them out. And so the brothers under him, they do the same thing. So Psalms 34 and 13. Keep thy tongue from evil and thy lips from speaking guile. Okay. We're going to go here. Colossians 3 and 8. But now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communications out of your mouth. Filthy communications out of your mouth. Colossians 3 and 8. So you're communicating with your people with a filthy mouth. See, this is the thing. I'm not going to make a connection between how they deal and how they discuss and communicate with their people to the other problems that the camps are having. Like disrespect, abusing women, being called cults. And I hate to use that word because the white man does that every time we come together. They call it a group of cult. But these camps, they're not helping that, because the way they're acting towards their people with that type of spirit, it's not hard to believe the stuff you hear about what's going on. And truth be told, I look at GMS as a camp above the rest of them. Moving right along. Proverbs 4:24. Put away from thee a froward mouth and perverse lips. Put far from thee. Proverbs 4:24. Put away from thee a froward mouth and perverse lips. Put far from thee. So, how are you men of the Lord? They always say that. When this is how you deal with your people over a disagreement, when in fact, I was actually agreeing with them, like I said. So, I felt compelled to make this video. It doesn't matter to me how many people you have backing you. I'm going to say what I want to say. Because the Torah says, do not be afraid to rebuke thy neighbor and suffer sin upon him. So you can have 1,000 people behind you. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to have to do better. We cannot have these same bad habits that we had when we were just the Negro before we came into the truth. So you may know the Bible, the King James, the Apocrypha up and down. You may be on these highways and byways when it's freezing. But the way you deal with your people, the Most High is watching you. Love thy neighbor as thyself, not just love thy camp member as thyself. So that's all I got. I'm out. Shalom. Peace.